Dauphin County students and staff will see some changes to classroom support next school year.
The Central Dauphin School District announced it will create a dedicated room for students with individualized education plans, or IEPs, drastically reducing the number of support teachers at each school. Fox 43's Sydney Nauman joins us from Dauphin County tonight with the response from teachers at the school board meeting tonight.
Yeah, Evan, Amy, this is a very emotional issue, and the teachers and families impacted say they still have so many questions. Now, district officials notified staff members of these upcoming changes last week and assured there would be no staffing cuts. However, some teachers say they still feel like they're starting over. The sound of support for those who support so many.
I didn't help just the IEP kids in classrooms. I helped anybody.
Suzanne Riley has been an educator in Central Dauphin School District for 11 years, focusing on supporting students who need a little extra help in the classroom.
We would go into those classrooms and help those students in any way they needed, whether it was to read them a test or make sure they understood what was being taught.
Now, educators like Riley say they are the ones who don't understand.
We basically don't have a job anymore. We were called to a meeting on Thursday, and we were told that our department in the secondary schools was eliminated.
The school district announced it would be condensing classroom support systems for students with individualized education plans, creating a single room in the district's middle and high schools for students to get the educational support they need. At Central Dauphin East High School, that means support staff would be reduced from 9 to just 2. District officials said the changes would not include staffing cuts. Instead, employees would be moved to other positions in the district. However, Riley says the shift feels like starting over.
We are not automatically put in a position. We have to apply and interview for anything we're interested in. We have to start pretty much all over.
With Dauphin County already experiencing an extremely severe teacher shortage, some fear the change will create more challenges for staff and students.
And now, if you have one teacher and one parent in a classroom with 25 students and they're all taking a different test from a different teacher, how do you help all 25 kids?
I'm seeking reassurance.
However, after an emotional public comment period, Superintendent Eric Turman suggested that the need for learning support paraprofessionals at the district's middle and high schools is declining.
With the 84 paras, that the fill rate for autistic support is going to fall below 60%. So now we're looking at the school year with your neediest student, that we would not be able to have at least 1 or 2 paras in each room.
The changes to classroom support will take effect next school year, and tonight district officials said they plan to meet with teacher union officials to discuss how those changes will be implemented.
Sydney, did the meeting help answer any questions from staff members about perhaps having to technically start over?
Evan, so they did provide a little bit of extra insight with those statistics mentioned. However, many are still confused as other areas of special education will not be affected by these changes. Now, Superintendent Turman did encourage staff members to email him with any additional questions and even set up one-on-one meetings to discuss how these changes could affect them. Live in Lower Paxton Township, Dauphin County, Sydney Nauman, Fox 43 News.
All right, Sydney, thank you very much.